Grant in Liverpool, thanks very much.
The US Justice Department has accused a man of plotting to attack the Pentagon and the Capitol building in Washington. Germany is voting this morning on whether to back controversial new measures to boost the European Union's bailout fund. The proposals would see the European Financial Stability Facility being given more money and greater powers to help indebted member states. Let's speak now to our correspondent, Steve. Just tell us, how significant is this vote today and which way is it likely to go? Thanks very much. Stephen Evans reporting from Berlin.
Scientists claim they found the formula which makes a song the perfect sing-along. Yes. That was worth doing, wasn't it? It sounds like this, apparently.
Yes, exactly. That's all, worthwhile, though.
11 minutes past 8. Still to come, we're going to be talking about adoption, hearing from the Children's Minister about what he hopes to do to improve adoption rates. And we're talking to Sarah Khan, who was a contestant on The Apprentice, remember. She had to go to Pakistan to adopt a little girl. Loads
of you writing in about this, so keep your thoughts coming in. We'll try to put them to the Minister. But now, we're hearing a lot about countries in debt, aren't we? Figures out later today, though, are expected to show we all owe more as individuals, too.
Paul Lewis from Radio 4's Moneybox here to explain. In July, we borrowed an extra £300 million on credit cards alone.
Yeah, so that's how it rolls up. Now, payday loan companies, of course, don't let you do that. They try and make sure you pay them off. But
you're talking about living within your means.
Yeah, that's what to do.
Thank you very much, Paul.
I know it sounds easy, but do try.
Indeed. All right. Thanks very much, Paul.
Thank you. Just a reminder, we're going to be talking about the difficulties of adoption and the fact that there seem to be more than 3,000 babies under 1 year old in the care system, but only 60 last year were adopted. We're just waiting for the Minister and Sarah Khan.
It's so bright and sunny that we've sent Carol out again to Kew.
Enjoy your day down there.
So with all this funny weather going on, we thought we'd ask you if you've got any plants in your garden that are confused by it all, and you have.
Lots.
Does it lock you in, though, to buying from Amazon?
Well, in a way, that's the clever trick about it. Apple has done well because it gives people this sort of system where, you know, you get companies, BlackBerry, Sony have all been launching tablets. I think they're going to be pretty worried.
Well, the tablet market is incredibly competitive now, and one wonders whether there is enough space for more people to come in.
Yes, I mean...
Rory, thanks very much. Rory Kettling-Jones.
22 minutes past 8. Just 60 babies were adopted in England last year. That's the lowest figure for a decade.
With more children being placed in care, the sluggish system means they're being looked after by social services for years.
Well, businesswoman Sarah Khan has first...
Just want a last point from Sarah. If you were to say to Tim Lawton, there is one thing you can do and you can do now to make the system better, what would it be?
Much, thank you.
The time is 8:28. Let's tell you what's coming up later on Breakfast.
The Hollywood actress...
We've got Morgan Spurlock coming in as well. Remember he did Super Size Me?
Yes.
He's done a film all about product placement.
Yes.
From Breakfast.
Yes.
Time now to get the news, weather and the travel wherever you are.
This breakfast tea is great,
isn't it? It's great, isn't it? Cheers. Yeah. Welcome back. You're watching Breakfast with Bill Turnbull and Sian Williams.
Our main story this morning, the number of children being adopted in England has fallen to its lowest level in a decade.
Now, the sing-along. Scientists claim they found a formula which makes a song the perfect sing-song. And apparently it sounds something like this.
How do you research? How do you research that?
We just ask lots of people what they like to sing, I suppose,
that it?
In a group, as a subconscious war cry. Maybe.
There's lots of other songs get sung at football grounds, most of which we can't repeat.
Broadcast. Those are our main stories this morning.
But they're very catchy.
Not now, Billy. Let's tell you what's coming up later on in the programme. We've got...
My favourite, 2-0 and you messed it up. 2-0 and you messed it up.
OK.
No, I just saw that flash, you know, all those football fans going, we're not going home.
It's 22 minutes to 9. Now, she's famous for being in the group Girls Aloud, but while most of her experience is in pop music, her roots are actually in acting and theatre. Kimberly Walsh made her debut at the age of 11, playing young Cosette in the Manchester production of Les Miserables.
So when Amanda Holden announced she was going to step down early as Princess Fiona because she's pregnant, it seemed a natural step for Kimberly to take on the role of the Green Ogre in Shrek the Musical. I don't know whether it's... lovely to see you. Thanks very much for coming in.
Nice
First,
to
we're
be
going
here.
to have
Thank
a
you.
look at you in rehearsals in
Okay.
Shrek. Here it is.
Well, you don't look very green there, do you?
No, thankfully. For me, actually, I don't have to be green the whole way through, only just at the end.
Okay.
So I don't escape the green completely, but I do.
Usually when pop stars like yourself take to the West End stage, it's quite a new experience for them. But
It's quite amazing.
Were you always due to do this role when Amanda finished it, or because she was due to go on a little bit longer and she stopped because of pregnancy?
his first performance as Princess Fiona is next Wednesday on the 5th of October.
It's been a lovely day already this morning, and it's set to get even better. Carol's.
Now, you may remember his exploits as a fast food eating, well, not a Goliath, just sort of rapidly expanding guy,
He
really.
did get a little bigger. And his liver got really fatty and horrible. I remember he came in to tell us about
That was in the hit documentary film Super Size Me. Now filmmaker Morgan Spurlock is back starring in a new film. It's called The Greatest Movie Ever Sold.
There's a reason behind that title, because the film explores the world of product placement in the film industry. It's self-funded entirely by advertising. Morgan joined. They were a bit blank, weren't they? They came up with Fresh eventually, didn't they?
Yeah, and the movie's actually Palm
you
Wonderful
can't do
presents
that
The Greatest Movie Ever Sold.
You cannot do that on the
That's right, this is illegal, right?
No, you're not. Morgan, stop it right. Hand
This
it
is
over.
completely illegal.
Hand it
I know,
over.
that's the
You're
beauty
not
of the
allowed
BBC. I can't talk about
Give it-
Palm. I can't talk about Hyatt,
No.
the greatest hotel you'll ever experience that I stayed in last night.
Don't
Again,
do
I just did it
Stop
again.
it. Now, look, having done that,
Yeah.
explain what the basis... You're wicked. Explain what the basis is behind this, because product placement is all over.
It's all over.
First notice it. When were you aware I'm being sold to during this film? When did it shake you out of the
I
film?
mean, I said, made me want it.
And
So
your
it works.
your film is largely about you going out and getting money from people like little chains of
like
petrol
small
stations.
Yeah, I mean, there's like small family-owned companies like Sheetz or giant airlines like JetBlue. You know, there's
Where you're going around supermarkets picking things up and saying mane and tail, which is a shampoo for horses, which you can
horses and people.
And people.
Yeah, because
And
how many
thinking-
times have you found yourself in a tub with a horse going, why can't we have the same shampoo?
Make more sense to share, wouldn't it?
But they came on board.
They
They
came for a company to go
Yeah,
in.
well, like certain levels, but I'm buying in. See, I'm not selling out, I'm buying in.
How can
Morgan,
you
here's-
trust anything you say again?
That's right.
Morgan, you did this marvellous documentary a few years ago, and you've
Yes.
made other films since then, but particularly the one people remember was Super Size Me.
That's correct.
Morgan, thank you so much for coming.
Thank
It's
you.
a really
Pleasure.
interesting
Thank you for
premise.
having me.
Don't,
Oh, she's
don't
leaving
shake
me
his
hanging.
hand.
Look,
His
she's leaving me
hand's
hanging.
been- His hand's been brought to you by
That's-
somebody
this-
washed with a certain kind of soap.
What's in there? What's in there? And we do product placement.
I
see?
do, look,
It's the
that's
BBC
self-product
breakfast mug.
placement.
Not commercially available, though.
See, if I had one of those mugs, I'd carry that around.
All right.
Would you? But we'd have to pay
Yeah,
you
you'd
to
have,
do it.
you'd have Sheets label on it. Okay. Thanks very
There we
much,
go.
Morgan.
Cheers, guys.
The Greatest Movie Ever Sold is in cinemas from October the 14th.
Now the time is 8:52. Suede, you remember they were one of the most influential bands of the 1990s. They helped kickstart the Britpop movement. After splitting up in 2003, the band reunited last year. They released a best-of album and they toured Europe.
And it was while they were reformed that lead singer Brett Anderson was inspired to write his latest solo album, Black Rainbows. Brett will be here in a moment. First, here he is performing just last Tuesday night as part of the Ox Jam Festival.
There we are, just looking at the Ox Jam. What's Ox Jam, Brett? Morning.
Oh, Sam, morning, yeah. What is it?
It was a series of gigs with the band as well for the same cause. You did a whole load of charity gigs before, didn't you?
No,
It's fine enough.
In disguise. Brett's
very
latest album, Black Rainbows, is out now.
Oh, we've got Kirsten Dunst with us joining us shortly. Speaking more to her in a moment about her latest film.
Melancholia. First is last quick look at what's happening where you are, even in Hyde Park.
Okay.
Welcome back.
Just discussing wardrobe issues between the two ladies here, actually. Our next guest could be given the hardest working actress in Hollywood trophy. She plays a manic depressive in her new film, Melancholia, which has already won her Best Actress at
On
Cannes.
top of that, she has 4 other films waiting for release. She's Kirsten Dunst. We'll talk to her in just a moment because she's here. First, though, we're going to have a look at the film. Here it is.
I think, 6.5, 7-minute sequence of scenes which, when you're starting a film, make no sense, beautifully shot, but you think all the time, what is going on here?
Yeah.
You know, and there's no explanation until actually you get through the film and it sort of starts all over again. Summary.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Lars von Trier, very unusual director.
Can be on people. And there's that one shot of you early on in your wedding dress, and you're dragging yourself along in sort of cobwebs. What it looks like. And I suppose that's what it feels like for many people who suffer from it.
Yeah,
There he is.
Hey, and it's his last day This is last day today, and we are incredibly sad. Go on, Kirsten.
There you go.
I know.
Congratulations. She's going to miss you.
Yeah. That is just... That's typical. You see, this is why he's got to go. You see? And because I've always said to you, whenever there's a big story, you come in and you own that story, Simon, because we always knew that you were right on top of it. You knew all the ins and outs of it. At least you appeared that way.
I appeared that way.
Ali and Susanna will be joined by James Corden and Christopher Biggins.
Hope you can join them from 6 o'clock. Have a very good day today, whatever you're doing. Let's say goodbye to Simon. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Have another go. Have another go.
Like a family reunion.